Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about success, I want you to understand this simple truth: success starts with you. Not your circumstances, not your family, not your friends, not your city, not your connections. It starts with you. Every single decision you make, every single action you take, every single thought you entertain has the power to shape your future. Too many people are waiting for someone else to hand them success. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect person to show up in their lives. But the truth is, the perfect moment is right now, and the perfect person is staring back at you in the mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be real with you for a minute. Success does not start with your job. It does not start with your family. It does not start with your bank account. It does not start with your city. And it sure as starts with someone else giving you a handout. Success starts with you. And I want you to hear that loud and clear, because too many people are walking around thinking their life is someone else's responsibility. They're waiting for the right opportunity, the right person, the right timing, the right luck. But let me tell you something. If you wait for luck, you'll be waiting your whole life. Your success is not somewhere outside of you. It's sitting inside of you right now, waiting for you to decide you are ready to own it. You see, too many people live their lives reacting instead of acting. They let circumstances dictate their destiny. They blame the system. They blame their parents. They blame their teachers. They blame the economy. They blame everybody but themselves. But the truth is, no matter where you come from, no matter what you have or don't have, success is always born in the choices you make. Every single day you make hundreds of choices, and each one of those choices is like a brick in the house of your life. If you choose laziness, you're building a weak foundation. If you choose excuses, you're building a house with holes. But if you choose discipline, commitment, and focus, you're building a house that can withstand storms, a house that will stand for generations. Let me tell you, success also starts with your mindset. What you believe about yourself, what you tell yourself in those quiet moments when no one is watching, that's what determines how far you go. If you believe you're not good enough, if you believe you're destined to fail, then I promise you, life will reflect that right back at you. But if you believe in your power, if you believe you are capable, if you see yourself as someone who can achieve, overcome, and rise above every obstacle, then the world has no choice but to make room for you. Your thoughts are the seeds, and your life is the garden. Plant greatness in your mind, water it with positivity and self-belief, and watch how your actions begin to grow into results. And action, my friends, is what makes all of this real. You can dream all day, you can plan all night, you can read every book on success, but if you don't act, nothing happens. I don't care how talented you are, I don't care how smart you are, I don't care how prepared you feel. You have to move. Take the first step, even if it's small. Take the next step, even if it scares you. Fail, fall, stumble, but don't quit. Action transforms potential into reality. Action separates the people who talk about success from the people who actually live it. And here's the thing, action creates momentum. Once you start, doors start opening. Opportunities start showing up, but you have to begin. You have to make that choice today, this very second, to step into your own power. Responsibility is also part of this. If you want success to start with you, you have to stop blaming. You have to stop pointing fingers. You have to own your decisions, your failures, your wins, and your life. Responsibility is not a burden. It's freedom. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop being a victim and start being the master of your destiny. You start realizing that no one else can do it for you. No one else can save you, and no one else can decide your future. It is yours, and yours alone. So when I say that success starts with you, I'm not just talking about effort. I'm talking about your mindset, your choices, your actions, your ownership, and your belief in yourself. Stop waiting for someone to hand you permission to succeed. Stop waiting for life to get easier. Stop waiting for circumstances to change. Look in the mirror, find that person staring back at you, and know that this is where it begins. Right here, right now with you. The power to change your life, the power to reach your dreams, the power to create your destiny has always been in your hands. And once you realize that, nothing and no one can stop you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about discipline. Discipline is the backbone of every success story, the quiet force that separates those who achieve from those who just dream. You see, talent alone will never get you there. Luck alone will never get you there. Even education alone will not guarantee your success. What will get you there is discipline, the ability to do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. Too many people wait for motivation to strike, but let me tell you, motivation is like a wave. It comes and goes. Discipline is like a lighthouse. It stands firm, guiding you no matter the storm. Starts with habits, the small choices you make every day. Getting up early, showing up prepared, pushing past distractions, working with others or resting, those are what shape your results. You cannot expect to have extraordinary outcomes with ordinary routines. If you want to be successful, you've got to be willing to sacrifice temporary comfort for long-term greatness. That means turning off the TV, putting down your phone, and dedicating time to growing, learning, and improving yourself every single day. It's uncomfortable at first. Change always is. But the person who learns to master discipline is the person who eventually masters life. Discipline also means consistency. You've got to show up for yourself day in and day out, even when you don't see immediate results. Too many people quit because the reward doesn't come fast enough. But success is a marathon, not a sprint. Every step you take, every hour you invest, every decision you make compounds over time. Small, disciplined actions build momentum, and that momentum eventually propels you toward the life you're striving for. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. It's the invisible force that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. Now, let's talk about mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see your life, and it determines the boundaries of what you believe is possible. If you think you can't, you won't. If you think you're limited, you'll always feel limited. But if you cultivate a mindset of possibility, a mindset of growth, a mindset that refuses to accept failure as permanent, you'll begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Your thoughts shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your reality. What you focus on expands, so focus on success, focus on progress, focus on your ability to overcome and thrive. Mindset is about believing in your own potential, even when the world doubts you. Too many people look at their circumstances and think, I'm stuck, I can't do it. But let me tell you, your circumstances do not define you. Your decisions, your resilience, your determination define you. Champions see possibility where others see limitation. Champions see doors where others see walls. And here's the thing, mindset is not fixed. You can change it. You can train it. You can develop the mental strength to refuse negativity, ignore criticism, and keep moving forward no matter what. Your mindset also fuels your actions. Without the right mindset, discipline can feel like a chore, consistency can feel like a burden, and effort can feel meaningless. But with the right mindset, everything aligns. You wake up motivated, not because of external circumstances, but because your mind has decided that success is not negotiable. You take action because you believe in the possibility, not because you hope it might work out. Your mindset becomes the engine, and your actions become the vehicle that drives you toward the life you desire. Ladies and gentlemen, discipline and mindset go hand in hand. Discipline teaches you to show up and do the work. Mindset teaches you to believe in the work you're doing. Together, they are unstoppable. Master these, and you master the art of success. You will stop waiting for permission. You will stop waiting for luck. You will stop waiting for someone else to decide your destiny. You will step into your power, take control of your life, and make success not just a possibility, but an inevitability. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get real about action. You can have all the talent in the world. You can have every resource you think you need. And you can have every dream burning in your heart. But if you don't take action, none of it matters. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It's the difference between someone who talks about success and someone who actually achieves it. Too many people spend their lives planning, preparing, hoping, and wishing, but never moving. They think motivation is going to strike like a lightning bolt. And when it doesn't, they do nothing. I'm here to tell you, motivation is unreliable, it's temporary, and it's lazy. Action is what gets results. Action is what makes things happen. You see, action doesn't have to be perfect. Too many people wait for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, but life doesn't work that way. Waiting for perfection is the fastest way to fail. You have to start where you are, with what you have, and just move. Take that first step, no matter how small, and take the next one, and the next one after that. Every single step, no matter how tiny, builds momentum. Every effort you put in compounds over time, and before you know it, you're not just moving, you're accelerating. Action is not about being flawless. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up again and again, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard, even when nobody is watching. Action also means courage. It means stepping into the unknown, taking risks, and risking failure. Nobody ever achieved greatness by staying comfortable. Nobody ever changed their life by playing it safe. You have to be willing to stumble, to fall, and to get back up stronger than before. Every failure, every misstep, every rejection is not the end. It's part of the process. Action is about learning through experience. It's about refusing to let fear control your destiny. The people who succeed are not those who never failed. They are the ones who refused to quit, who kept moving forward when everyone else gave up. Another part of action is responsibility. You cannot wait for someone else to do the work for you. You cannot wait for someone else to open doors that are meant for you. You must take ownership of your life. When you take action, you are saying to yourself and the world, I am in control. I am capable. I will not wait for permission. Action is the ultimate declaration of self-belief. It transforms ideas into reality, dreams into achievements, and intentions into results. Action also builds confidence. The more you do, the more capable you feel. The more you try, the more you learn. The more you persist, the more unstoppable you become. Action creates a cycle. The more you move, the more doors open, the more opportunities you see, the more results you achieve. And as you start seeing results, your belief in yourself grows, fueling ever more action. It's a cycle of momentum that lifts you higher than you ever imagined. So remember, success does not come to the idle, to the wishful, or to the hesitant. Success comes to those who move, those who act, those who refuse to wait for a miracle and instead create one through their own effort. It starts with a single step, then another, and it never stops. Action turns dreams into reality, plans into achievements, and hope into history. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot wish your way into success. You cannot plan your way into it. You cannot hope your way into it. You have to move. You have to act. You have to step into your life with courage, with consistency, and with determination. Action is not optional. It is essential. It is the heartbeat of success, and it starts with you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get honest for a moment. If you want to succeed in life, you have to own your life. You have to take full responsibility for everything that happens to you, everything you do, everything you fail at, and everything you achieve. Too many people spend their entire lives pointing fingers at others, blaming the government, blaming their parents, blaming their circumstances, blaming the economy, blaming the weather, blaming luck, and blaming anyone who had even a small role in their life. But here's the truth: blame is a trap, and when you live in it, you give away your power. Real success comes to the person who stops blaming and starts owning. Responsibility is not a punishment, it is freedom. The moment you take control of your life, the moment you stop waiting for someone else to save you, the moment you stop waiting for permission, that's the moment you become unstoppable. Responsibility begins with your choices. Every single day you make choices, big ones and small ones. Some are conscious and some are subconscious. But every choice you make shapes your future. If you choose excuses, you're choosing a life of mediocrity. If you choose inaction, you're choosing disappointment. But if you choose to step up, if you choose to own your decisions, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard, even when it scares you, you're choosing success. There is no growth in avoidance, no achievement in denial, and no progress in blame. Responsibility is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, but you have to walk across it yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. Taking responsibility also means owning your failures. Life will knock you down. People will let you down. Opportunities will be lost. Things will go wrong, and you will make mistakes. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not that the successful never failed. They failed too. The difference is that successful people own their failures. They don't hide, they don't blame, and they don't make excuses. They learn, they adapt, and they keep moving forward. Every failure is a lesson, and every lesson is a stepping stone to success. When you take responsibility for your failures, you take power over them. You turn them into fuel instead of chains. Responsibility also requires accountability. You must hold yourself accountable for your actions, your words, and your results. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you what to do or to give you a report card on your life. Ask yourself, am I doing what I need to do to get where I want to go? Be honest with yourself. Check your progress. Face your weaknesses and your limitations without fear. Accountability is not about punishment, it's about clarity. It's about knowing exactly where you stand and what steps you need to take to rise higher. When you are accountable, you stop blaming, you stop complaining, and you start creating. Finally, responsibility is about power. The moment you stop blaming the world and start owning your life, you reclaim your power. You realize that your happiness, your success, your legacy, your future, it's all in your hands. Nobody can take it away unless you let them. You stop waiting for someone else to give you opportunities, and you start creating your own. You stop waiting for luck, and you start making your own luck. You stop hoping someone notices you, and you start noticing yourself. Responsibility is not just about what you do. It's about who you become. The person who takes responsibility becomes a person others respect, a person others look to for leadership, and most importantly, a person who never lets life control them because they control themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want success, it starts with you. It grows when you take full responsibility for your life. Stop blaming, stop complaining, stop waiting. Step up. Own your decisions, learn from your mistakes, hold yourself accountable, and watch how your life transforms. Responsibility is not a burden. It's the ultimate key to freedom, power, and success, and it begins with you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about persistence. If there is one thing that separates those who succeed from those who fail, it's persistence. Life will knock you down. People will doubt you. Doors will close. Opportunities will vanish. You will face rejection, criticism, and disappointment. But here's the truth. It's not the obstacles that define you, it's how you respond to them. Persistence is the quality that turns failure into victory, setbacks into comebacks, and dreams into reality. It is the refusal to quit when the world is telling you to give up, the refusal to stop when the road gets tough, and the refusal to settle for anything less than what you are capable of achieving. Persistence begins with a vision. You have to know what you want and hold on to it with everything you've got. But just knowing what you want is not enough. You've got to be willing to fight for it, even when it seems impossible, even when it feels like everyone and everything is against you. Most people give up at the first sign of difficulty, but the successful keep going. They understand that every challenge, every obstacle, every no is a test of their commitment. Persistence is what allows you to push through the pain, the rejection, and the failures that would stop most people in their tracks. Persistence also requires resilience. Life will disappoint you. People will let you down. Plans will fall apart. Dreams will seem unreachable. And in those moments, the natural instinct is to quit. But quitting is easy and anyone can do it. The hard, the extraordinary, the successful path requires resilience, the ability to get back up, shake off the failures, learn from mistakes, and keep moving forward. Every time you rise after falling, every time you try again after failing, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. That is the power of persistence. It turns pain into strength and failure into fuel. Persistence is not just about enduring, it's about learning, adapting, and improving along the way. The person who persists does not keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. They analyze, adjust, and evolve. They understand that persistence without growth is meaningless. Success is not about stubbornly repeating the same actions. It's about consistently taking action, learning from every experience, and refusing to quit until you get the result you're after. It's about turning every no into motivation, every obstacle into an opportunity, and every setback into a setup for a comeback. Another important aspect of persistence is patience. Persistence doesn't always produce immediate results. Life rarely delivers overnight success. The person who persists understands that real achievement takes time. They stay committed even when the rewards are delayed. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, they know that every effort, every sacrifice, every moment of hard work is building momentum, and momentum eventually leads to breakthrough. The key is to keep going, even when the world says stop, because the moment you quit is the moment someone else steps in to take the success that could have been yours. Persistence also builds confidence and self-belief. The more you persist, the more proof you give yourself that you are capable. Every challenge you overcome, every failure you recover from, every goal you achieve despite the odds reinforces the belief that you can handle whatever comes next. It creates an unstoppable mindset where quitting is no longer an option and giving up is unthinkable. Persistence transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers because it is not talent, not luck, not opportunity that defines success. It is the relentless refusal to quit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want success, you have to persist. You have to keep showing up, keep pushing forward, and keep believing in yourself when no one else does. You have to fight when others surrender, stand when others fall, and move when others stop. Persistence is not a choice. It is a necessity. It is the heartbeat of achievement, the backbone of triumph, and the engine that drives ordinary people to do extraordinary things. And the moment you embrace persistence, you take one more step closer to the life you were born to live. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's talk about belief, the belief in yourself, the kind of belief that refuses to be shaken by doubt, fear, or criticism. I'm talking about that deep, unshakable conviction that are capable of more than you have ever imagined. You see, success does not come to those who hesitate or second-guess themselves. Success comes to who believe in themselves so fiercely that the world has no choice but to acknowledge their potential. Too many people spend their lives looking for validation from others, waiting for someone else to tell them they are good enough, smart enough, talented enough. But let me tell you, the moment you rely on someone else for your worth, you give away your power. Belief in yourself is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, discipline, action, persistence, all of it can crumble under pressure. Belief in yourself begins with knowing your value. You have to understand that you were put on this earth with a purpose, with gifts, with abilities that no one else has. There will be people who doubt you, who criticize you, who try to tell you that you can't do it. And you know what? Let them talk. Because their doubt is not your reality. Your reality is defined by what you believe about yourself. When you believe in yourself, you stop making excuses, you stop settling for less, and you stop letting fear dictate your choices. You stop making decisions from a place of confidence, clarity, and courage. Belief in yourself is not arrogance. It's awareness of your potential and the refusal to let anything stand in your way. Belief in yourself also fuels perseverance. Life will test you, it will challenge you, it will push you to the edge. When those moments come, and they will try to convince you that you are not strong enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough. But if you have belief in yourself, you will rise above it. Belief is like armor. It protects you from negativity, from fear, and from self-doubt. It reminds you that no matter how many times you fall, no matter how many setbacks you face, you have the power to get up, to keep going, and to succeed. It turns obstacles and challenges into opportunities. Belief in yourself also inspires action. You can have all the plans in the world, all the knowledge in the world, and all the resources in the world, but if you don't believe you can execute, you will never move forward. Belief is what gives you the courage to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, and to do things that scare you. It's what makes you pick yourself up after failure and try again when others give up. The stronger your belief, the bolder your actions, and the greater your results. Belief is the spark that ignites your potential into real achievement. Another crucial part of belief in yourself is refusing to compare your journey to anyone else's. You are on your own path, and your timing is your timing. Stop measuring your worth by someone else's success. Stop letting their achievements make you feel small. When you believe in yourself, you focus on your own growth, your own progress, and your own victories. Comparison fades, envy disappears, and clarity emerges. You start moving with confidence, knowing that your journey is unique and that your potential is limitless. Finally, belief in yourself is contagious. When you truly believe in yourself, it inspires others to believe in you too. People are drawn to confidence, determination, and conviction. Doors that were once closed begin to open. Opportunities that once seemed impossible suddenly become available. But all of this starts with one thing: you believing with unwavering certainty that you are capable of greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want success, it starts with you, and it grows when you believe in yourself. Stop seeking validation, stop doubting, stop underestimating your potential. Stand tall, hold your head high, and trust that you have everything it takes to achieve your dreams. Belief in yourself is not just a feeling. It's a choice, a decision, and a commitment to never give up on the person staring back at you in the mirror. When you believe in yourself, the world cannot stop you.